our overall participation rate is relatively low compared to some peer states. But if you look at it on our demographics, it's sort of tracking with retirement age, essentially. And if you look at our prime age participation rate, basically 25 to 55, we have been very steady in the high 80s for a very, very long time. So the people who are in prime working age are working, and that's not really declining or changing. That said, we have tremendous workforce needs in a state that is growing like this.
Absolutely.
And we also have a mission at the department and with Governor Stein to make sure people have a pathway to great jobs, great careers that pay them family-sustaining wages, and they continue to be a really happy member of their community wherever they live in North Carolina. So what are we trying to do there? Governor created, when he came into office, a Council on Workforce and Apprenticeships, which I co-chair along with Dr. Jeff Cox, who is the president of the state community college system, and Senator Eddie Settle, who's a state senator representing Wilkes County and is one of the chairs of the Senate Commerce Committee, so he's one of my chairs. And the three of us have a mission that we're working on in conjunction with the governor, his staff, to think about maybe 12, 13, 14 different goals in workforce development that we want to develop and then have strategies to implement. We've got this great workforce system, but it's fairly decentralized. We do a fair amount at the Department of Commerce using a large Department of Labor grant, running state career centers and workforce development boards. Community college has a critical role to play.
Absolutely.
K-12, a huge actor. And one thing that we really don't want to overlook and what the governor wanted to integrate further is the engagement of industry in what we do on workforce development. When Governor Stein announces a large economic development project in the state, there's usually a write-up about what the state incentives are.
Right.
And there's kind of a top-line number on that. Buried down in the text is usually an incentive for a customized training program, one where we go and work with the North Carolina Community College system and the employer to say, your employees are going to need a certain set of skills. We're going to help you build a curriculum to do that at an adjacent community college, and depending on the size, maybe a couple different community colleges. And it's a great tool for us to say to an incoming investor or an expanding company here, we're going to help you think about your pipeline of workforce and how we get people into it. One thing that we're thinking about on growing that pipeline, though, is really starting in the places where we know we have opportunity. K-12, where we continue to see a need to help kids understand what manufacturing really looks like.
Right.
What career and technical education really can be, what skilled trades pay, and what they pay you relative to what you put into it in terms of costs for education. And so integrating more of this curriculum earlier in K-12, and K-12, I should say Department of Public Instruction already does some of this, but we want to do more and make sure it's aligned all the way through the chain for us. And then thinking about where are the places in the population that we have not tapped into. We always think about our military veterans community, where we have tens of thousands separating from the military in this state every year, people with great skills that we want to keep in the state, need to find a way to get them into our programs, maybe with a leg up based upon their skill set coming out of the military, because employers love to hire them.
Absolutely.
Our disabled community, making sure that people in the disabled community have more access to workforce training and can get into jobs that we think are going to work well for both them and the employer. And then people who are justice involved, people coming out of our correction system, which also represent a huge number of people. And we've got a number of programs that are working to help folks when they come out of incarceration get into a great job. But we need to do more, and we need really more alignment across all of these decentralized pillars within workforce development. So that's what we've been charged to do.